Heat the pan over the flame and you'll be amazed by the result. Once our pan is well heated, sprinkle salt over the top. This way the entire surface should be thoroughly covered. Also, sprinkle regular baking soda evenly over the whole surface. Done sprinkling. Now the most important part of our process, we take a damp napkin and cover one part then the other completely. And all we need now is regular boiling water. Pour boiling water over the top and leave it like that for 15 to 20 minutes. The reaction has started. We wait. The reaction is happening, there's a hissing sound. Wait 15 to 20 minutes. After 15 minutes, when our napkin turns this black, all we need to do is use the same napkin to wipe it like this, rinse with clean water, and you'll get this kind of result. Take note, leave a like and subscribe. What will your neighbors say when they see this invention? Take our hot fork and just like this, start poking a bunch of holes all over the bottle up to about the middle. On the sides, the cap everywhere. Poke holes everywhere. The more holes the better, but don't go so far that your bottle comes apart. Make as many holes as possible. If needed, heat the fork again and keep making more holes. We've poked a bunch of holes. What do we do next? Cut the bottle on one side like this. After cutting one side, cut the other side as well. In the intact part, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and put in 2 or 3 bay leaves. Crumple them a little like this and toss them in. Also add a couple of cloves, about 3 or 4 pieces. And now close it all up with the top part like this. Place it on the windowsill where your windows are open and you'll have the perfect repellent for any gnats. Take note of this and give it a like. Do you want everyone around you to think you're a genius? First, you will need to take some regular dry instant coffee, measuring out exactly 2 full teaspoons, and then carefully pour them into a clean bottle. Next, go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of regular granulated sugar. Just plain white sugar is fine. And then you should add a very small amount of water, just a little bit to get the mixture started. You should end up with a mixture like this. What do we do next? Close it up and start shaking the mixture like this. After about 30 seconds of mixing, you will see a thick foam start to form. Next, take 3 large ice cubes and add a little bit of fresh milk, filling up about 1/3 of the glass cup. Open up the whipped foam and add it in like this, gently, just like that. Once you've added it, you get a delicious iced coffee. The kind served in the finest Parisian establishments. Mix it a little bit like this. Enjoy your drink. Surprise yourself and your loved ones. I was in Germany and learned this secret from the Germans. Don't rush to throw away your disposable razors if they stop shaving. Just 2 simple steps will make it shave like new. It's simple. You'll need a jar, add some baking soda by eye, about 1 teaspoon. Put your razor into the jar. This is to degrease it and remove any excess dirt. Add a little vinegar and let it sit for 5 minutes. After 10 minutes, take the razor out of the solution. All the dirt and residue will stay in the jar. Take a second jar with clean, absolutely pure water. Rinse it like this for a short time. After rinsing a bit, take out the razor and shake it off slightly. And now all you need is any pair of your jeans. Lay them on a flat surface and just like this, run the razor 10 times along the direction of the blades. 7, 8, 9, 10. The razor is absolutely clean and shaves perfectly just like new. Take note, give a like and subscribe. I've got 1,000 cool ideas. Heat a fork over the gas and your neighbors will never come over again. Take a fork, heat it over the gas, grab a jar and make holes in it like this. The more holes, the better. Make as many holes as possible so they're on the sides everywhere. Make sure your jar has holes all over. The holes shouldn't be too big. After you've made a bunch of holes like this, take off the lid, grab some regular coarse salt, whatever kind you have. Pour in about 5 or 6 tablespoons. What do we do next? Next, you will want to add exactly 50 grams of cognac, and then include a generous amount of any fabric softener you like, whichever specific scent you happen to prefer most. Carefully pour it all in. and then give everything a nice, thorough little stir to make sure it is well combined. Once you've mixed it, close the lid, and you've got yourself an amazing homemade air freshener. Your neighbors will be surprised. Share this method with your loved ones. Pour iodine over the garlic, and you'll forget about this problem once and for all. An old, tried and true grandmother's method. Take some garlic and pour iodine over it. Take a head of garlic and peel it. After that, place it on a small bag. Close it up like this, take a mallet and crush it. Crush it into smaller pieces more slowly, that will be best. Pour 1 bottle of regular iodine, which you can buy at any store, over the crushed garlic. Leave it like this for a week. Seal it tightly and let it infuse for a week. After a week, our super remedy is ready. Our garlic has infused. Now it can be used. Open it up. Here's how to use it. Take a cotton swab. There is juice at the bottom. This juice is very beneficial to use at night. Take it and, for the joints that hurt, simply draw a grid like this on them at night. Take note of this and give it a like. Hugs to everyone. Stay healthy. Happy upcoming holidays to everyone. Our grandmothers in the villages always did this in the fall and spring. Take an onion and make a cut on the top like this. Then cut off the root end. You don't need to peel anything. Cut it off. What do we do next? Take a knife and cut out a cone from the top, so that you end up with something like a little cup. Don't rush, do it smoothly, cut it out. You end up with a cone like this. Take a toothpick and make about 20 or 30 holes so that it goes all the way through. Place it on any container, a shot glass, a small jar. The most important thing you need to do is to carefully ensure that your little onion doesn't fall through the gap, and then slowly add exactly 1 full teaspoon of honey right here inside the rim, and simply let it sit there undisturbed for at least half an hour. After about 30 minutes, the honey will start to seep through the onion, and you should take the resulting liquid every day. Your immune system will thank you. Heat a fork over a flame, and your neighbors will want to come visit you. After we've heated the fork over the flame, we start making holes all over the lids of regular containers like this. The holes shouldn't be big, but there should be quite a few of them. Just like this, we simply take it and carefully make holes all over the entire lid. After we've made this many holes in our container, now the most important thing we need to do is take some salt. I'm using fine salt. You can use coarse salt. With coarse salt, it will work even better. Completely fill the bottom so that it's covered. First add 5 regular dried bay leaves, 1 full teaspoon of instant coffee, and 5 whole cloves into the container. Then, close the lid tightly just like this, and place the jar on your windowsill. Once you do this, not a single gnat, cockroach, or any other bug will ever get into your home again. Take note of this, give it a like, and subscribe. Hello everyone! Today I'll teach you how to make fire starter from regular eggshells. Take the eggshells and put them in a jar. Once you've put the shells in, press them down a bit like this and pour in some vinegar. Just regular 9% vinegar. Just a little, about 50 grams. After a couple of minutes, a reaction will start. The vinegar reacts with the eggshells. Let it sit for 3 hours. 3 hours have passed. Take a strainer and pour it through, straining it. Once you've poured and strained it, you need to bring the mixture to a boil so it simmers and thickens a bit, turning into a concentrate. Boil it for 3 minutes and then let it cool completely. After the solution has cooled, draw it into a syringe, then take pure alcohol and draw that in as well. With the alcohol and our mixture in the syringe, let it sit for just a minute or two to allow the reaction to start. The reaction has already started. Just wait a few more seconds, about a minute. After a minute has passed, take it out. This is the kind of fire-starting gel you should end up with. It's simply perfect for any use. Light it up and you'll see that this fire-starting gel is better than what you can buy in stores. Take an ordinary fork like the one everyone has at home. Take a bottle, any plastic bottle, and start making a large number of holes in the top like this. But these holes shouldn't be too big, so a fork works best for this. Make holes all the way around, but only up to, at most, to the middle of the bottle. Make this many holes, you can place them randomly. Now look, we need to take the top, step back about 2 centimeters from our holes and cut off the bottle. At the bottom, step back 5 to 7 centimeters and also cut off the bottle. After we've cut the bottle, we pour some regular baking soda into the bottom. About this much, just enough to cover the bottom. Add a bay leaf. You can crumble it. It doesn't have to be whole, but there should be at least 5 leaves. And add 5 regular cloves, 5 cloves. Throw them in there. Now take the top part, which we prepared in advance, and close it like this. Place this device wherever you store your grains, pasta, and everything else. And not a single gnat or beetle will appear. With ordinary cotton swabs, this is the best way to fix cabinets that, over time, always come unglued. The fastenings don't hold, they wobble, no matter what you do. First, unscrew the fastenings. After we've unscrewed them, we see that the holes where the bolts are attached have become very wide. We'll need regular super glue. Put it in one hole, then in the other. And now we take a cotton swab and insert it like this into one hole, then the other, and let it dry completely. After it has completely hardened, take scissors and cut off the excess. Put the fastening back in place. Insert the bolts and tighten them. Once everything is tightened, it now holds securely, just like from the factory. This is the best method for fixing fastenings in cabinets. Take note of this tip and give it a like.